Welcome to the Rustic Garden Homestead. Today's video is all about growing leafy greens indoors. I want to show you how I'm growing this lettuce and spinach indoors, show you the whole setup, the foil container, the plastic container, and just talk about how you get these started and then how you just grow them really beautifully just under basic white grow lights. In the video description, I will link a video that talks about the 5 things you need to start seeds indoors so you can grow something like this. And I'm also going to put a video in there about how to sterilize your seed starting mix. You definitely want to start with a sterile mix. You don't want fungus gnats, any kind of insect or any kind of problem. But you can grow beautiful lettuce just like this, and spinach and other leafy greens just following this really simple method for growing indoors. We're going to start backwards. I want to show you what the growth looks like. These were started on October 28th. Today is December 24th. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to everybody. Hope you all have a wonderful new year. They were taken from the transplant cells that you see down there, put into these containers on December 14th. So they've had 10 days to grow in here, and they've really accelerated their growth when you compare them to the plants down here, which I'll talk about in a second. But I'm going to cover planting, starting them as seeds, getting them into these containers, fertilizing, watering, the whole, 9 yards. These are going to be ready for like full harvest in anywhere from like 5 to 10 days, depending on your growing conditions. But really at this point, I can take leaves from these plants and start, building my salad and stuff like that. You have a couple of these going. You can have regular greens, Bib lettuce, spinach. You can do this for arugula, mustard greens. Plants get taller, of course. You're going to run into a little bit issue with the lights. I like the Bib lettuces. I like the spinach. They don't grow as tall, but you can really apply these principles to any leafy green that you want to grow. And when the plants get large like this, they can actually get moved to a window that gets full sun. They don't really need the grow lights. They're more dependent on the grow lights when they're just starting to harvest. Like here's the spinach we'll be talking about. They need the grow lights more when they're younger. As they get bigger, they can really manage with less light. So you could use a windowsill. All right, let's start from the beginning. The basic supplies you'll need to just grow, beautiful indoor lettuce and spinach. This is where the spinach and lettuce came out of. This is where I started it back on October 28th. And I just started more. Any seed starting setup, I sell all these different kind of seed starters at my seed and garden shop if you want to check that out. But I put in some spinach seeds. I have more Bib lettuce in there. And you want to start them in the cells. You can start them in something just like this. These are actually from Greenstalk Garden. I highly recommend them. They are a little bit expensive, but they're outstanding, very durable. You can stick them in a washing machine if you want to clean them. They come with a tray so that you can bottom water, and you can actually pick this whole thing up by a handle and carry it around. You can also start your seeds. This is what I sell at my seed and garden shop. The basic black seed starting trays and cells and flats. So any way you want to do it, you're going to get the spinach and the lettuce started like this, and you're going to let them grow 6 to 8 weeks. It's just easier to take care of them in these cells first, and then you plant the plugs into the containers here. I've done this for many years. This is the basic design that I recommend now. You can change it if you want to. 3 spinach plants per container, 2 loose leaf or Bib lettuces per container. It works really well. Here are the general containers that I'm using. If you want to subscribe and follow me, I'll also be showing you how to grow tomato plants indoors. So let me get the one that I actually wrote on with the dimensions. So I picked these up at, I think Walmart. It was like, 10 of them for $10. Not expensive. Basic plastic shoebox. You can use any kind of container similar to this. People are going to ask me, does this plastic leach chemicals? I don't have an answer to that. You can find plastic that you're most comfortable with. What I know and understand that putting soil into here, growing your plants, not in the direct sun, the chances of anything leaching are extremely low, that I don't even worry about it. But that's up to you. Any kind of container with the dimension of about 4 inches deep, that's 10 centimeters, and this is 12 inches by 7 inches wide, 30 by 18 centimeters wide. You want a really nice amount of soil. I'm going to show you the root systems of the lettuce that's been growing in here in a second. The whole key to get nice sized plants is to get them into containers where they have enough soil to really grow really nice root systems. A bigger root system helps support the plant in really growing large leaves. And that's what we're trying to do with the spinach and with the lettuce. These then sit into a foil baking tray. And the foil baking tray here is 2 inches deep, 5 centimeters, and it's 12 inches by 9 inches, 30 centimeters by 23 centimeters. So this is 12 inches wide. The container is 12 inches wide. In a perfect world, your flat that goes underneath should be a little bit bigger to make it easier. This is how you're going to water. Once the system is set up, we'll use the tomato plants. Then I'm just dropping the shoebox into the container and I push it in, and because they're about the same size, there's a little bit bending here. So if the foil tray or flat's a little bit bigger, it's going to work a little bit more nicely. However, use whatever you have, use whatever fits your budget. This is what you want. In the bottom of the container, there are 3 holes in case one gets plugged up or something. You have 3 of them. I just fill the tray about halfway with water and a fertilizer I'll be talking about shortly. And when the moisture's in there, you can see how it's dark. That means the water's all the way through there. After I water, this water goes away down here. This becomes a light brown all the way across. I'm going to water again. You want to keep the moisture in the soil. This is the best way to do it. In the past, I've just used these plastic containers, no holes in the bottom, and I would just water from up here. You can do that. But I found that I wasn't really watering regularly enough. It was a little bit uneven, so I went back to the tried and true bottom watering method. This way everything gets wicked up. You can pay attention to whether or not there's any water in here. Then you can look to see if this is light brown. You get the perfect signal when to water, and this way you're not stressing out your plants. And the tomatoes look great. Like, these are tiny Tims. I sell these at my seed and garden shop, and I'll be harvesting tiny Tims. So my whole goal is to have a salad garden here, which I'll be doing a future video on. But right now I wanted to show you how to grow the lettuce and the spinach. So let's talk about timing. A couple things you could do. You could just start your seeds, put 2 seeds in here, 2 seeds here, 2 seeds here, thin to the strongest one, and grow that way. But I like just growing in the 6 cells, smaller containers, because you can just manage them a little bit better. So these were started right here on October 28th. Today is December 24th. So the plants here are just about 8 weeks old. You want to get your spinach in from putting the seeds in. If you're in a house, 70 degrees Fahrenheit, 21 degrees Celsius, they should germinate pretty quickly. So about, 6 to 8 weeks of growth in the smaller cells. You can see that they're just starting to coil down here. This plant's pretty healthy. Now, remember, the plants here on the right were the same size as the plants over here. They actually came out of here, 1, 2, 3. By moving them into more soil, a larger container, 10 days ago, these plants have just really accelerated and took off. So we're going to start them in these cells 6 to 8 weeks, a little bit sooner if you want. You can move the transplants into the permanent place, and this is where they're going to grow and develop to full-size plants. Let me show you the lettuce. So here's the lettuce growing in the containers. There were 3 spinach plants in there if you didn't catch that. Only 2 bib lettuce. The bib lettuce are going to get larger. I would recommend doing any loose leaf lettuce. I like the bib lettuce because it's a thicker, sturdier leaf, holds dressing better, and I think it has a better taste. Some of the loose leaf, like oak leaf and all that, it's just too thin. I don't really find value in growing it. It looks nice, but this is a nice thick leaf. 2 plants in here. Again, the bib lettuce was started on October 28th, transplanted into here 10 days ago, and you can just see, how big the heads of lettuce have formed from this size. Now that's a good size, but it's not as dark. The leaves aren't as thick. I have actually harvested a couple of these leaves. They're really sweet tasting, really nice leaf. Lettuce grows faster than the spinach. You can see everything's getting root bound. You don't want to overgrow your plants in the small containers because the roots get root bound, and then it impacts how the plant grows its upper canopy or leaves. So again, 8 weeks might be a little bit late moving your lettuce and spinach into these larger containers, but somewhere, 6 to 8 weeks, it'll be fine. You can even do 5 weeks if you want. The whole idea is just getting several weeks of growth in these smaller containers, able to concentrate your attention to 6 plants, pick out the best 2 or 3, put them into the larger containers, and then that's how I propagate everything. If you were putting seeds in all of these large containers, then I'm having to water, a whole lot more than just taking care of 6 seedlings in here. The Bib lettuce, the spinach works really well. I sell Bib lettuce and spinach at my seed and garden shop, only $1.50 a pack. These are going to be ready for harvest, like I was saying, anywhere from 5 to 14 days, depending on how you want to harvest it. With something like this, I would just be cutting leaves and keeping the roots in the soil and letting more leaves form and grow. This is something you can definitely do. You can definitely grow leafy greens indoors. I'm going to show you the whole process now, just so you get a sense of how it's done. What I do want to show you, again, is here is the lettuce, and see how bound the roots are. So before you plant them, you want to get in there and you want to break them up. Like these have just been in there far too long. Like the plants over here I put in 10 days ago. That's when you want to really get them into the soil for the lettuce. That's going to work still. The roots are going to spread out. The plants, will get much larger in more soil. And real quick, look at the root system. You can see them growing through there. And I'm going to flip the camera over. Hopefully you can see. You can just see how the roots are filling up this entire container. More space that you have, the more roots you get, the bigger the root systems, again, the quicker the upper growth. And that's what you're really looking for. And real quick, if you noticed, I'm growing mushrooms indoors. I'll be talking about those in future videos. So to set up this system, you're going to fill your container almost to the top. You want to grab your plug. Again, this is a little bit, too late for the lettuce, but it's going to work. Remove all the leaves from the bottom that are yellow and beat up. The longer these plants stay in these small containers, the more the leaves on the bottom are going to look yellow and get beat up. We're just going to drop, and then I might just scrape them a little bit. We're just going to drop them right into the hole and then fill around it. Press them in. Same thing, we're going to loosen this one up a little bit. Drop it in there, and then just backfill. Get everything pressed in, set up, Take a look at those compared to the ones that have been growing longer. These will catch up, and you're going to have beautiful lettuce here. Again, with the timing, 6 weeks, 8 weeks maybe for spinach, 6 weeks for lettuce. And then this is just going to get dropped right into this tray. Before we get to fertilizing, let's talk about the lights real quick. Check out the video description again. It'll go over the 5 items you need for growing seeds indoors, and it really covers the lights. So this is my grow light station. I have lights at different levels. They stay on for 14 hours. You want your lights on 14 to 16 hours. It gives them plenty of light to grow strong, and you're going to get beautiful leafy greens. Again, look at that lettuce and that spinach. When the plants get larger, if you have to move them somewhere into the sun, they're still going to grow. They're still going to form. They may not grow as well as being under these lights for 14 hours, but larger plants can manage more in a sunny area. It has to be direct sun. It can't just be bright. It has to be a window where the sun is actually coming through that window, for a good 6 or 8 hours. Otherwise, they can stay under the grow lights 14 hours, 16 hours. Usually my seed starts get 16 hours. As the plants get bigger, I go to 14 hours on. If they get larger, I go to 12 hours. They just need less light. But you definitely want white LED shop lights to get them through most of the growing period, if not the entire growing period. I tried to simplify fertilizing to make it simple, and I pretty much came up with using a chemical type fertilizer. You can use organic, but part of the videos that are in the video description talk about making a sterile soil so you don't get fungus net eggs. If you use organic fertilizer, which is fine. It's actually going to smell and you're going to see mold and fungus growing. It's not going to hurt the plants, but it's a little bit unsightly. Because there's no soil life in here, we're not concerned about microbes. The chemical fertilizers will work fine. They don't hurt you, they don't hurt the plant. I'm using any chemical type, whatever brand you want, 1 teaspoon, not more than that, in 1 gallon of water. You want it to be diluted. You're not using the full tablespoon or 2 tablespoons that it might say for outdoor use. You want a light, slow, steady feed. When the plants are definitely put into these containers, I'm using 1 gallon of water with 1 tablespoon of fertilizer, at least for 1 fill that week. So that just means, I have the fertilizer set up with the 1 gallon of water, and I pour it right into here, fill it up about halfway. I know that there's fertilizer in there for the plants to continue to grow. You could do it more often if you want. You probably don't have to. And then if this runs out, for that week, then I'm just using plain water. So you don't want to over-fertilize this, because over-fertilization, the fertilizer can concentrate in the soil and it can actually damage your plants. And it gets a little bit confusing because you don't realize the plants are showing symptoms of being over-fertilized. So we panic and we feed more. Slow and steady. If we're just sticking with this about once a week feeding with the fertilizer and the plants look a little bit yellow, we know that, hey, they need more fertilizer. So you just up it to twice a week. And that's going to be plenty for your plants to grow nice, healthy, strong. I mean, these are really nice, thick leaves. When the plants are smaller, something like this, after they germinate and they're up for, 5 or 7 days, I will give them their first feeding. Bottom water, 1 teaspoon of the fertilizer in a gallon of water. And I only do that when they're small, every 10 to 14 days. Again, less is better. They look like they're struggling, go ahead and, add a little bit more. As they get bigger in here, I may get closer to every 7 to 10 days, something like that. But you get the idea. Less fertilizing when small. Increase the frequency of fertilizing as they get larger. And then when they're full size, we're fertilizing once a week, keeping the plants really healthy. Doesn't matter what you use. Just realize if you use the organic fertilizers, you're going to see mold growth. You're going to have odor and smell. For me personally, I don't want fish emulsion and raw organic products in here, and then I'm eating the leaves. I would rather use the chemical fertilizers, but just do your research and pick whatever you're most comfortable with. The second shoebox of Bib lettuce is set up, and for the watering and feeding, I'm just going to pour it right into here and take it a little bit shy maybe of halfway, and that's all I do. Fertilizer's in the water. Water's going to seep up from the bottom. The plant will get water and fertilizer. And I just, again, stick to that weekly plan, weekly schedule. And I'm going to be able to grow, beautiful heads of lettuce. Thanks so much for watching. Please check out my seed shop at therustedgarden.com. I sell tomato and pepper seeds, $1.75 a pack. All other seeds are only $1.50. And please subscribe and follow me. I'll show you, starting in January, how to grow herbs, flowers, vegetables indoors. A lot of the stuff that you see here, I start early so that I have props for the January videos. But January is a great time to start growing indoors. And for leafy greens, this whole process that I showed you, you can start anytime really and just grow them really indoors year round if you want to. But again, one more quick look. Look how beautiful this process works for the Bib lettuce. And this is probably giant noble spinach, if I have that right. But any variety of spinach, any type of Bib lettuce or lower growing leaf lettuce is going to be perfect. If you want to grow arugula, mustard greens, other greens, you just have to be careful with how big the plants get and manage them. But spinach, Bib lettuce grow extremely well under basic white LED shop lights. Thanks so much for watching. And again, please check out my seed and garden shop.